Good morning. Welcome back to Gordon's Garage. This is Gordon, and I thought you would like to see what I use when I build my USS Enterprise, what kind of tools I use and stuff. So let me do a quick little overview of what I use and how I'm set up. So here you can see I have my directions here, and they tell me what to do, of course. I have a drill in case I have to make a passageway for extra wires and stuff. And in this project, we will be making extra passageways. So I have my drills. And of course, you're going to need an assortment of small drill bits. I just have the one to show you, but a few different small sizes will come in very handy. I like to use rolled sandpaper for when I'm cleaning. It's small, it's easy, it'll fit in real easy a lot of times. It tears into small strips. I also use the big square ones from time to time because it gives me the different grit that I want, but I find these very handy. I have a various set of tweezers here, as you can see. Makes it easy holding the smaller things. And in these tweezers, it has a small little gap in them. I find that very convenient for holding certain model items. And just your standard larger tweezers for reaching deep down. And of course, when we remove items off of our models' frames and stuff, we don't want to break it off because we can break part of our parts. So you have a cutter. I also have a pair of flat needle nose. Comes in handy. And then I use a set of curved needle nose, which is really handy when you have to go down inside of something. This way you don't have to move your model all around to get a piece to fit. You can a lot of times adapt this to make it easier. Since on this model we'll be doing electronics, I have a nice little pair of crimpers. I find that Micromark, a company, has a great set of very small items for doing small things. And of course we have our shrink wrap and everything, and you'll see how to use that in a later video. I also use a headlamp. It adds extra light exactly where I want it to be to go along with my overhead lamp here that adds extra lighting right on the board, as you can see, including the normal lighting you would have in your garage and stuff. All right, let's glance a little bit to the other side and see what else we have over here. Okay, so we'll see what else is being used. All right, so of course, I like to use a magnifying glass, and it has little holders and stuff that makes it easier. You've already seen my soldering gun, or should have, and it has extra little hands to hold. I showed you a way to put the wires onto the LED strips taped onto a piece of cardboard like that. This is a nice little cheating trick, but once you get used to using the soldering iron, you'll find that you'll just be able to hold the wire to the whatever you were soldering to and put it together with the solder, and this comes with more skill as you use the items. And as we go through the modeling process here and we use it more and more and you see it being used and you practice at home on your own, or as you try you build along with me, you'll find that you'll get real good at it too. Here's a little trick. You'll find that when you want to work with very small wire, if you take it out of the package, I've allowed a couple of my wires to get all messed up, you end up with a mess like this very small wire all intertwined, and it becomes very difficult to use. What I do as a little trick is I take just one of my little pieces of wood, and I just wrap it around as it comes out of the package. That way, as I take it off when I'm using it, it's really easy for me to go and use it. And you can use a lot of different things. You can actually make a little roller and stuff so that it rolls off for you. I find this handy because I can move it around, and it's easy for me to move it out of the way when I'm not using it. So it keeps my wire nice and neat for when I want to do it. Once again, I was saying the other day, I was cleaning the tip of the small wire. That's why I keep a stirring stick handy. This allows me to burn wire free, and you can see some little burn marks on it already. And of course, the jumpers that I showed you to go along with the power supply over here. And I like using a power supply with adjustable power. This allows me to adapt to the different needs of the different items or models or train stuff that I'm working on. Heck, you can even see some of my little train stuff here up on top. So that's another hobby I do. And of course, you've seen me use the glue gun. And if not, you'll find that in the videos that I use it quite a bit, because I find that hot glue is a very easy thing to use, and it's very, very helpful keeping your stuff together and everything. Okay, so that's a quick overview of my bench and what we're going to be using for this project on the USS Enterprise. So if you don't have these items, there's other things that you can use to kind of fill in for them, but you'll find that having these really makes your modeling a lot easier for this particular project. I have other items I use for different projects, and when we get into those, I'll bring those out. But right now you'll find that these are the items that will work really well. Oh yeah, let me not forget the tape. Blue tape comes in handy for so many different things. I love it. And of course, because we were doing a lot of wiring in this model, I will be having some extra black tape because as we slowly bring our stuff into the mega board, we want to make sure we can isolate other stuff and not damage anything electronically. So I just use a little piece of tape for that. So, and you'll see that as we progress into the building of this model. Okay, there's an overview, and I hope that was helpful to give you some information of things that you might need. All right, we'll see you at the bench when we're building. Bye now.